Okay, ready for your first challenge? Well, you're going to add a switch to the circuit. It means you have to move some wires, maybe add some more wires, so that when you turn on the power, the LED won't be on until you push the button and the button turns on the LED. Now I got to explain a little bit how these momentary switches work. This is the switch here. And you notice how there are two leads coming out, and the way I describe it is that they're coming out the top and the bottom of this. This is the direction you're going to put it into the breadboard, and that's probably the only direction it's going to fit anyway. And here's how the switch works on the inside. So the switch really, if you think, this wire is really one continuous wire. So that has nothing to do with the switch. This is always connected to this wire. So up and down, this wire is connected to that wire. But if you think about the switch as a little metal plate right here, this is metal, that when you push it down, what it does is it connects this two legs to these two legs. So it connects, the metal plate just kind of comes down and rests on there and connects these wires, so now electricity can flow this way. So that's your clue as to how this switch works. And the first task is going to be to make it so that you can push one button to turn it on. Then your next task is going to be so that you can push either button and it will turn on the light. Your next task is means that you have to push both buttons before the light turns on. And the last one's a bit of a challenge. It's back to one switch, and you're going to make it so that when you push the button, the lights now will be on at all times, and when you push the button, the light will turn off. Now there's a good way and a bad way to do it. If you turn on this switch and you wire it up and you push this button and the light does go off, the LED does go off, but if this LED dims as well, that means essentially you're shorting out the whole power supply, which is not good. So you should be able to do it so that when you push this button, this LED goes off, but this LED stays shining brightly. It doesn't dim at all. I do want to mention that the resistor should always be in the circuit. So if you can follow with your fingers how electricity goes through the circuit, maybe it does go through this at some point, make sure that the resistor is in the circuit, because if it isn't and this thing gets 5 volts, it'll burn out the LED.